All right, in this module, we're going to talk all about the benefits of training. I'm sure you've experienced most of these by now, but just to clear up anything that you might not have known about the benefits of exercise and training and what you are actually doing for yourself, which is pretty incredible. Some of you have almost certainly saved your life by reducing your BMI. If you have a BMI of over 32, you're reducing the risk of death by 10 years. You're going to extend your life by 10 years. If you've reduced smoking, there's going to be a metric for that. And if you reduced your heart rate, your blood pressure, all of these things are going to extend your life. So your health is your first wealth. And we talk about this a lot in the vision building part of it. If you lose your health, everything else is gone. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter about even your family or anything like that, because you're in bed ill, maybe dead. So that's the reality, isn't it? No one really likes to say that, but that is the reality. And when I'm exercising, when I'm working out, I'm thinking of my health, and I'm thinking I'm going to be 100 years old and I'm going to be bloody fit still. That's why I do it. And sometimes I like to challenge myself with, certain challenges, fitness related things, but it's all thinking about that end goal in reality. So what are the benefits of training? Well, physical exercise, like I said, any activity that increases your and maintains your overall physical health, fitness and well-being. There's so many benefits. It's ridiculous. There's so many. Prevents aging, strengthening muscles, cardio, injury prevention, disease prevention, weight loss management, just for fun. Some people don't enjoy it, but some people do. There is ways that you can start teaching your brain to enjoy it, and boost your immune system. Pretty important at the time I'm filming this, because lots of COVID and things like that flying around, and I'm sure there will be for many moons to come. So obviously it increases energy. I'm not going to read all of these out. I pretty much just mentioned all of these, and we know particularly mental illness. It's probably, well, it is one of the best things you can do for your mental well-being, improving your mood. Exercise. So if you're, and I think a lot of people struggle with that. It's one of the biggest, disabilities above back pain in the UK. So we know that's a pretty big problem. Exercise helps with that massively. But the problem is we don't realize quite how incredible our lives would be if we maintained a daily exercise routine, which is why people tend to fall off the wagon. If you had a time machine that projected you into the future, you would be blown away by how you look, what energy you have, and how you feel about yourself. You'd be bloody amazed. It'd be a real transformation. Some of us get to experience that because we put in the work, we make it happen. But some people, they just have to rely on the testimonials, and apparently that's what happens, but it's not for me. And they kind of tell themselves that story, don't they? Of, this isn't for me. It's not what I'm going to do. So for those who've experienced it, congratulations, amazing. If you haven't experienced it yet, there's still time. I'm going to explain something in a minute that might change your perspective on what it is you're doing with your exercise and your daily routine, and see if that puts it into perspective for you. So the way I like to explain this, first of all, I want to ask you, what's your immediate reaction if I was to give you a penny or £1 million? You probably want the £1 million. Now, I forgot to mention that penny doubles every day. Now, if you've already seen this, you know what the answer is. It doubles every day for 31 days. Now, which do you want now? Here we go. Most of us choose the penny because we don't understand the power of compounding interest. Now, this penny is doubling every day. By day 31, you've got £10 million. I'd have picked the million. And I think the first time I heard this, I picked the million. And I was like, what? £10 million? I sat down on a calculator and worked it out. And sure enough, if you press that calculator 31 times 2, you get £10 million. Pretty incredible. Now, that's great for money. But what about us or our fitness? We can't double our fitness every day. Reality. Okay. But what if you just got 0.1% better or worse? Happens most of the time in the worst way, doesn't it? every day for 1 year. You just got to take 1 day at a time. How much better or worse would you be in a year? Obviously, like I said, we usually go the opposite way. Now, there you go. I actually worked it out because I'm a bit of a geek like that. But if we actually add 0. If we added, now this isn't multiply. What you actually do is multiply. That's where the magic of compound interest comes into play. So we add 0.1% every day, be 365%, well, 36.5 because it is 0.1. So 36.5% improvement over the year. But because of the interest, you get interest on your interest. So you're not now getting interest. If you don't understand this, by the way, just use a calculator. That's what I did. You get interest on your interest. So you get a little bit extra to multiply by the next time. So it doesn't matter too much, but it's quite pertinent to this, particularly the next slide. So you got 0.9% extra over the year rather than just adding that up. What is 0.1? It can be any of the big 5 that we did in the 6-week foundation program. Any of those big 5. It could be giving up a cigarette. It could be a cigarette. It could be one way or the other. It doesn't necessarily mean that this curve is always going up. It can be going down. Okay. So, you know, maybe one day you make more than 0.1%. That could be an even better improvement. So that's after a year. And I think 37.4% improvement, if you did that every year, you'd be pretty happy with that. If you got 37.4% better every year, pretty chuffed. Now, the exciting part about this is what happens in 3 years. That's what happens in 3 years. Year 1, you get 37.4. Year 2, you get 1,413%. Year 3, you get 53,405% better because of the compounding effect of getting interest and interest. So you can bloody completely turn your life around in 2 to 3 years. Imagine you're 1,000% better than you are now. What does that actually look like? Imagine you're 53,000 times better than you are now. It's completely mad, but that is what happens. And that's what's happened to me. That's how I've done it. You know, I used to smoke, drink, be overweight. Yeah, now look at me. I've done an Ironman. Incredible. You can do it. If you don't quite believe it, you just got to try it. There really is no other way. You've got to experiment with this. If you don't think it works, what have you got to lose? Nothing. You've got nothing to lose by trying this out. So here we go. This is compound interest, little things, making progress over time. You've got to trust the process. You've got to trust that this is working, because it's working for you or against you. You're never staying level. You're never in the middle. You're not going to notice any effects for some time necessarily, but over time you can trust one way it's working. You know, why are you overweight? Did it suddenly creep on or did it suddenly pile on? Yeah, it crept on over time and then suddenly it got pretty bad. You know, or suddenly you got no energy whatsoever. It's like, whew, it was coming along for a while and then it just seemed to have sped up. That's why people end up in hospital when they're dead. They're slowly getting worse, and then suddenly everything goes wrong at once. They get everything. Like, what was that? Bloody hell. Oh. And then that's how they get up really bad health. So this could be years, could be months, could be weeks. Everything depends what it is. Okay. Back to some of those benefits. Build stamina, strength, and flexibility. Obviously, different exercises produces different physical results, and they're all going to help. And that's why we have that 15-minute window at the start where we're working on flexibility, 15, 20 minutes. And then we have that strength, power section. And then the exercise, the cardio part, which is improving your stamina. You're going to get a whole ton more energy, loads of it. And that's because your cardiovascular system's getting better, your circulation around your body's getting better, you're literally pumping muscle and blood. So you're pumping blood around your body using your muscles, your digestive system's working better, just like movement in your gut is working, helps you break down food, so you're digesting things better. Where the hell, you know, how many more things could you get done in your life if you had more energy? Loads more. So much. I'm so much more efficient. I wake up at 5:30 and I'm here and I've got energy to work all the way through the day until 8 p.m., 7 or 8 p.m. most days. And I can do that because my nutrition's good, my exercise is good, and I can maintain that energy level. I never used to be able to do that. When I smoked and drank a lot, I'd be dragging my ass out of bed and I would not be in the gym. Certainly not doing this. This is massive for me personally. I just don't want to have any diseases. Thank you very much. I don't want. I had back pain quite young. I don't want that. And right now, really important. People are getting COVID. And it frustrates me when we point at the one person who was fit and they got it, and they're like, "Oh, look at him, he had it." Yeah, but maybe there is a genetic factor that person got it, and maybe that's why they got it. But the fact of the matter is, if you're fitter and healthier, your immune system is stronger, you're going to pick up less illness. I don't get colds. I very rarely get colds. I had a cold after I did the Ironman because I exercised all day and I was absolutely knackered. I drank a ton of caffeine. I didn't sleep, and my immune system was down after that, and I got cold. But that's the only one I had all year. I think that goes without saying. I know most people get about 2 or 3 colds throughout the year. I just bat them off now, and I'm surrounded by all sorts of illnesses and things. So you will you will reduce disease, you'll live longer, you will prevent injuries because you'll be stronger. There's so many benefits as long as you do it in the right way. Mental clarity and memory, yeah, definitely. Used to have pretty foggy memory. Definitely used to have a bit of brain fog. Your brain's getting more oxygen. We've started incorporating a little breathing technique here and there. Pump up some oxygen into the brain. We're reducing chemicals by improving our nutrition, improving the fuel we actually put into our bodies, and all of that is helping you out big time. A lot of people think that they're just not going to have fun. It's not fun. Well, that's bullshit. Exercise can be fun, and we make it fun by having the community. But I think more importantly than that is, how many times have you missed out of something because you felt like you weren't in shape? That might not be everybody, but I know it's a lot of people. And maybe you missed out on a walk. You didn't feel confident to get your kit off at the beach or a swimming pool. And, when you've got that confidence, you're going to join in with things, and you're going to be able to. It's confidence in your body's ability to be able to do things, but also just having your kit off and just like relax and just whatever. In short, you're going to be just more fun and have more fun and more energy to have that fun and more resilience. So that's definitely a big thing that happens. And I said it, confidence, exercise, something we can control. It's within our control. We can run, we can do the things that we need to do. We can hit our 100% activity every day. And you're going to get all those mental benefits as well, which all play into that confidence factor. It's not just about looking good naked. It's about mentally dealing with life. And most people can't. And that's why we have a lot of mental health issues. But exercise is going to give you that resilience to do it. So if you're saying, I'll start Monday, stop doing that. Start right now. Take the time to do something if you're already on the wagon. And this is just reinforcing all those benefits of exercise, and that's great. But if you are putting it off, stop procrastinating. Procrastination is the enemy of success. We do not want to procrastinate. If you catch yourself doing it, then just stop and move on and start doing something. Discipline, I talk about it a lot. Discipline is doing the thing when you don't feel like it. So that is not motivation. Motivation is only when you feel like it. We use motivation. We can harbor that and we can use it, but sometimes it's just being a disciplined person, and you decide whether you're going to be disciplined or not. It's not a trait that you have. It's part of your mindset. It's just part of your mental discipline. That's all. Okay, awesome. Right, I hope you enjoyed that and it was useful, and I will see you in the next session. Cheers.